and I think this youngster will see it. Very even on the stats. One thing, the yardage, though, 109 to 35 for Copley. The turnovers are the same. Time of possession is really even out after a very one-sided Copley first quarter. And the thing that really counts is it's 7-7.
Yeah, here's the scoring recap. Desmond Norvell, a 1-yard run after a fumble recovery. And followed by Donato to Tom Idley in a 36-yard reception for Copley's 6 points. Green will be kicking off. Ryan Boyer will be kicking back deep. No, I'm sorry, Copley is going to be kicking off. That's going to be Jason Panovich. And Green will have Franco Fanisi and Phil LaRocca. Yeah, this is taken at about the 15-yard line. And that was Norvell. So Green will take over from that position. And Bill Epley was in on the tackle.
That was the younger brother, Brandy Norvell. He's a 11th grader. He's a track performer, and he has incredible speed. They'd love to bust him loose because he has 4.40 speed. Brandy Norvell, number 25 of the Green Bulldogs. The burnt and black.
Megrel,
the burnt
quarterback.
Orange and black Bulldogs.
Desmond Norvell at the running back. Marchese. John Marchino is at fullback, and Chofalo is the flanker. On that carry, it was Desmond Norvell, and Matt McDonough brought him down. It was about a 7-yard pickup. That'll bring up a 2nd and 2. You're going to be hearing a strange voice up here at the booth. That's going to be Scott Galbraith of the Cleveland Browns. Welcome, Scott.
Fanisi.
Great piece of running. You know, last week he went in for Norvell, and he had about 118 yards and a 5-yard average, and 2 TDs last weekend.
Well, this is the combination that Coach Hominy wanted. He wanted Norvell at fullback and Franco as the tail, and Norvell opened the hole nicely for Franco. Franco's got 4.5 speed. There he goes. There's Franco.
Fahim Dix brought him down, but Franco is only a junior, 5'11", a big first down as they get into Copley territory. Handoff, this one to Norvell. And Desmond picks up about 4 yards, and Mac McDonough in on the stop.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a totally different defensive ball club than was in the first half. Green had been knocking at the door all first half, but now that the door seems to be opening, they seem to have found the right combination with moving Desmond Norvell to fullback.
Right.
He's opened up some tremendous holes, and when they give him the ball, he's 5 yards in a cloud of dust.
And they hope his hamstring holds up so he can bust a long one himself.
2nd and 6.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a play
Nice
action.
play fake.
Oh,
Hello.
my.
Hello, look what we found.
really got nailed.
Well, the defense let him know that he was at Copley High School on that hit right there.
Absolutely.
They disregarded the pitch out man.
It's Marquis and Jacob.
We'll see what happens on this replay. They seem to disregard the pitch out man. And somebody comes up with the big field.
Yeah, that was Marquis.
Okay, Marquis.
And then Jacob, number 66.
You saw there McDonough was honoring the pitch out man, so he did go wide.
3rd and about 3.
There's Franco.
This is Franco trying to get
but he's not going to get away. The big tight end.
By Kevin O'Brien. Mike Dundee. Mike Lundy.
He's 6'2", he's 190. He's got those big long arms. And he's had a rough night tonight, but he's making it up for it on defense.
Well, let's see, 4-yard territory. They're at the 33. 4th and about 3 yards.
Well, you had Kevin O'Brien making some nice plays for Copley at linebacker in the first half, along with Livergood, and Lundy stepping up with a nice play right there, gang.
4th and 3. Let's see if they don't try their misdirection play or something. No, they're going to die. He's outside.
And
he pitches.
Back. Read that beautifully.
Hey, hello.
Kleinbeck. Ding dong.
Low there.
They went to the well too many times. They ran that play before.
Let's see if we can pick out Kleinbeck, number 42. See if he makes the big hit here.
He does.
Follow the QB.
And
it's right there. Nice job, Kleinbeck, and 22 on the play. Good defensive job.
Fenizzi,
I tell you what,
brought down
you
hard.
got to be happy with Copley defensively.
Copley takes over, first down. Gets an open man, and again, Lundy, the tight end, cannot hang on.
Scott Galbraith has just taken off his headset, and he's ready to throw it across the room, which is good for me and Mike because at least we can get a word in edgewise. But a tough spot there for the tight end to hang on to the ball.
Too bad. All right, that makes it 2nd and 10. The line of scrimmage is the...
Good tackle.
Sure
Russin.
We're at the 33.
And Mr. Russin again, Mike. Boy, he's had a great game tonight.
Yes, he has.
Fabulous game. Barbarich with nowhere to go. Rides him down.
2-year starter, 220-pound linebacker.
He benches 350. He's almost as strong as you, Scott.
Look at those numbers for Donato, the quarterback. And another completion. This one to Idley. Make that be about... No, that's Tom Idley. John Dickerson in on the stop. And it's going to be shy of a first down.
Oh, nice fake there by the quarterback, Donato. Great job. Freezes the man and then is able to complete it to Idley. Good job of quarterbacking.
Now Donato is 8 of 22. Look at that.
He's got
Idley, 3 receptions.
5 yards and 1 big TD catch. And that's proved to be the balance of the score. His production.
Copley's going to go for it. They need 2 yards. And this is they're in their own territory, and that's going to cost them 5.
They need 7.
So that means they'll have
was
to punt.
Mr. John Livergood.
That'll drive
Paul Jacob. Paul Jacob had moved out to right tackle. He just got a little anxious.
In last game, they had Jacob at center and Livergood as a tackle, and they flip-flopped them tonight to have Livergood the man in the middle and Jacob moving to the outside to right tackle. Just a little anxious there, so now they're going to have to punt.
That's Jamie Fleming, number 20. This is 21, the backup kicker for Copley. This is Eric Tappan. Good kick.
He doesn't look like the backup kicker. It's going to take a couple.
They're taking a nice roll, and will be down at the 21-yard line of Green.
That's a great job by that punter. Got him out of a hole.
It sure did.
That's what the punter has to do. That's just as important as a long run or a big tackle. Getting them out of that hole, now defense can anchor down and win the battle of field position out here.
Tell you a little bit about this gentleman. That's Fred Johnson, who for 32 years has been the guy that takes the tape or the film of the Green Bulldogs football team. Really dedicated to the kids. He's only missed 2 games in 32 years. That's dedication. And by the way, he's from Springfield, not Green. But he backs the Bulldogs all the way.
Green starts with a first down. Handoff goes to the up man. That is Desmond Norville.
Copley defense warming up a little bit, stopping that dive man. Seems like Green is going to a little bit of an option package. They're going down the line, maybe pitching out, faking to the dive man. I had a good friend and roommate in college, Mr. Jamel Holloway. He used to run that thing at Oklahoma, and boy, could he run it.
He sure could.
This is going to bring up a 2nd and 9. In motion goes Norvell. And the quarterback's running and a quarterback option, Brian Magrill.
I'll tell you what, on that play there, Mike, I did not see any play action or anything. It just looked like it was designed for him to run there. But he carried it off nicely because there's no fake there to 35 to Maracino.
All it is an 18 sweep, and what you try to do is get 2 big lead blockers out there and just outnumber
Desmond. Nice
Norvell
play.
did a job.
Number 70.
Yeah,
McDonough. I mean, he just flattened.
So it's a 3rd and 2. About 3 yards, maybe 2. Long 2.
They're going to try the 19 sweep now. He finds a crease.
Picking up positive yardage.
Magrill drifts that shoulder and keeps going north and south. I'll tell you, the coach has done a great job with all the ball carriers getting north and south. And that's where you got to run the ball.
Well,
listen, no dancing. He's just running through tacklers right now.
Joe Hominy was saying he was surprised how in the first 3 games how well Magrill ran the ball. So he's cashing in right now on that ability to get going.
He's got 4 touchdowns rushing.
He's still surprised.
Averaging just under 7 yards a carry.
And his pass percentage is just 33% going into tonight. So the strength is the running. Let's see what he does here.
It's a fantastic concept.
First down from the 38.
Norfolk's going to bounce it out. He's going to look for some room, but Pursuit is going to catch up with him.
Maybe picked up a yard on that one.
I'll tell you what, guys, this guy's missed 6 quarters because of that hamstring injury, and it really seems like he's having a difficult time getting his motor running there. Desmond with a little hop. In the first half, it looked like he wasn't hitting his holes well, and then in this instance, it just doesn't seem like he's got that zip. Maybe trying to come back a little early, and Dan Borman's going to try to keep stopping him for his defense for the Copley Indians.
It's going to be a 2nd and 8.
Second lane. Let's see if they come back with that 18-19 quarterback sweep. So productive for him. Somebody called it. He's finding the crease. He's got 1 man to beat, but he's got big-time yardage.
Great running.
I tell you, that's a fantastic job by the Green coaching staff. And all they're doing is giving him 2 big lead blockers, and they're outnumbering them at the point of attack. There's just not enough people to tackle the ball carrier.
So Dix and Idley, the strong safety and that cornerback, had to bring him down. And when your safeties are doing the tackling, you're in trouble.
This guy's averaging 6.7 yards per carry so far this year.
Those 2 backs are just eating up all the blockers.
Job.
That's a nice job.
Very nice job. He's marching them down the field, folks.
Copley hasn't stopped that play yet. Copley's got to find a way to stop that play.
Another big first down for Green. This is a handoff to Norvell, and he picks up about 3-4 yards.
You're right, John. John said that he's not running with the kind of authority that he's capable of having due to the hamstring injury, and that's true. He had a couple of places in there where he could crease him, and just is not hitting the hole.
Let's see.
He's a gutsy kid. This is a fantastic performance by him. He's a gutsy kid. He's playing, obviously, not at 100%.
He's had to work for 39 yards, 15 carries, guys.
2nd and 7. Line of scrimmage is the 36 of Copley.
They're coming with the 18 sweep, but Lundy may get it from behind. No, he can't catch up.
Whoa! And he gets close to a first down.
Keep dialing it up if it's working.
Oh, they haven't stopped it yet. I don't see why they should stop running it.
Then Lundy in on that stop.
Every time they run that 18-19 quarterback sweep, look at those 2 lead blockers just gobbling up defenders.
Good block by Desmond in front of the quarterback. Nice job there.
John Livergood coming off for Copley.
Linebacker.
Yes, they can ill afford to lose him.
Mike, you're missing a guy who's got 17 solo tackles, 11 assists, 2 fumble recoveries. This guy's an outstanding linebacker, so they hope he's only out for a play or 2 as the trainers will take a look at him.
I tell you, you can watch him play. He packs a lunch and he wears a hard hat. He comes there to work.
Look at that.
I'll tell you what, though, that guy in the classroom works pretty hard, too. He's carrying a 3-point average.
You betcha.
He's well-rounded.
What kind of grades you get in high school?
I worked real hard, got C's and D's.
When the teachers liked him.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Go into football and earn your diploma.
So, 1st and 10 for Green from Copley's 29. It's a 6th first down now for
I tell you, Green. Liverpool coming out typifies the way this game has been. It's been nose-to-nose, toes-to-toes, hardcore football.
Nice pickup.
There's no man. He's getting it going.
This is Norvell. Oh, did he take a beating on that?
That is such a determined run by him.
Mark Ingram, who's in replacing Liverpool, put a good stick on him.
Nice dip in through the hole there initially, and then watch him get popped here.
Ingram.
But he's running through. It's such a determined run by him. He's not hitting the holes the way he can. He's capable of.
Well, he got 9 yards on that one.
He sucks it up and gets 9 big yards.
So it's a 2nd and 1.
He's got a big heart.
From the 21. Desmond Norvell, look at that.
Fumble. It's out, but the quarterback's got it.
He's down.
He's down. There's a loss.
Big time opportunity missed.
Tempers.
That was a great job.
Steve
Arnold on the ball.
Great job by the quarterback Magrill to recover this. Watch. Take a look at it here on replay. Just not into Finizzi's hands. Boom, right there. Almost had the recovery for a big turnover for Copley, but no, Green still has the ball with about 4 yards to go for another first down.
Yep, third and about 4.
Tempers flaring. This is what you love about high school football, baby.
That's the time in the third quarter.
Fast quarter.
All tied at 70 apiece, yeah. Very fast quarter.
18 sweep, but they found a way to stop it this time, baby.
Boy, they did a job.
They went to the well too many times.
Sure
and
did.
Copley came up with it.
Ingram in on the stop. There he is, number 54.
You got to believe Copley's coaching staff is happy to get that play stopped for one time.
Ingram at 5'10", 185-pound senior, 3 solos and a sack coming into this game, and he's a 3.5 student.
Heck of a job by Kevin O'Brien, who eats up the lead blocker and then sheds him to make the play on the quarterback.
All right.
Quite a defensive stop. They're facing a big 4th down on this one.
You can see the tension mounting on the sidelines for Borman and the Indians. They've got to stop Green here.
4th and about 8.
Play action. Will he get it off?
Big hit.
Inside the 15.
Big
what
hit.
a play.
And the fans go wild.
Kleinbeck puts a stick on him.
Watch how close we come to a sack right here. Watch this. Big hit. Great throw across his body.
Great concentration. He had a guy open. I tell you, football is a game of inches. Would you look how close he got on that one? Football
Really
is a game of inches. Oh.
That was Todd Karalik.
That's got to be one of the big plays of this game.
Todd Karalik, a senior,
and that was his
6'1".
first reception.
It was a big one.
Sure was.
One of the basketball players for the Bulldogs during the winter.
We've got an injured Indian down there.
They've got his foot stretched up there, so obviously a cramp. It's not like he it's not like he injured something necessarily.
And coming up at the end of the third quarter, we've got scoreboard for you, so stay with us. Coming off under his own power is Kleinbeck.
Kleinbeck, he's been all over the field. He's just cramping up, that's all. Just take a blow, he'll be back.
Green will have a first down.
Crane was alone, bringing
and
down
10
for Kleinbeck.
from the 13-yard line. What
51
a pass.
seconds left.
Copley takes a timeout trying to get that defense organized. Now that's 2 completions, 2 of 5 for 27 yards, and that was the big one. Magrill is running for 44 yards. So he's starting to come alive here in the second half.
He certainly is. I wish we could take another look at that play to see how close Magrill was to getting sacked, I tell you. He just barely got it off. That was a great throw. Great throw and catch.
There's the score, all knotted at 7, and that's the time that remains in this quarter. Here's again, you called for it, Scott.
Look at this play right here. If the guy would even just reach out, perhaps, or dive.
Jacob.
Those are the kind that hurt if you're a defensive player, to be that close. That's the difference between a sack and a big play right there.
There's your buddy Kleinbeck on the coverage.
Kleinbeck on the coverage, but he was just a step behind the receiver. The receiver did a good job concentrating, making the reception sure.
51 seconds to go in the third quarter. This has been a very fast quarter. It's only been about a 20-minute quarter. First half took about a little over an hour.
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, doesn't it, though? Got the end split to the near side.
1st and 10 from 13. They're going to run my boy.
This is Norvell.
I tell you, those offensive linemen for Green are just moving the pile. Carter, Russian, Roman, Mason, Shockley. Those 5 front people are just moving the pile.
Shockley's a second-team all-suburban star. Russin, guy benches about 350.
It was evident on that play because they just pushed Copley back.
17 carries for Desmond. 52 yards, 1 TD. His longest run was 9. And that was on this draw, one of his runs on his drive.
I tell you, that's a tough 52 yards. Copley's coming up there, baby.
They just stood him up straight. Someone had him by the jersey from behind and stood him up, and then he got hit.
It's evident that the coach told him on this play, just fellas, tie your ears back and rush your gap.
There comes Ingram, number 54.
Oh, man. Ooh. This is a fantastic game. I cannot believe it.
Did you feel the ground move?
That was Ingram, 54.
They're taking it to it.
And that ends the third quarter. We're still all tied at 7. But the Bulldogs, again, are knocking on the door. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this. Welcome back to Copley Stadium. Seen limping off is number 54, Mark Ingram, who was in for the injured John Livergood. Now, on the clock, the quarter did not end. They put 4 seconds back on the clock. Situation being a 3rd and 6 from the 9 for Ain. But now time runs out. That takes care of that one. I don't know how they could run it if they had a timeout. You can't start the clock that quickly. But neither here nor there. The quarter is over. We've got 3 quarters in this game, and it's all knotted up at 7. But Green has got an ideal situation. They've got a 3rd and 9. This coming weekend, we've got some good games in the greater Cleveland area, and there's nothing like going to a high school game live. You get the feel, the noise, the involvement, the excitement. And for every time you put your $2 or $3 down to get in, you're also supporting the athletic departments. So here are the games for October 2nd. Now, we're not going to be carrying all these games, but these are the games. Brecksville will be at Cloverleaf. That is in the Pioneer Conference. Strongsville at Berea, also the Pioneer Conference. Ignatius at Boardman. There is one whale of a ball game. Yeah. Number 1 in Division 1 is Ignatius. Number 3 in Division 1 is Boardman. And that'll be at Boardman. And also in the greater Cleveland, we've got East Lake North at Mayfield. So check with your schools for the locations. But the second names I gave you, that was it. The third quarter stats, let's take a look at them. Look at the first downs. Green now moving on offensively. A lot of it on the arm and legs of Magro. Rushing yards. 120 against 40 for Copley. The passing, 83 for Copley, opposed to 27. So now we've got, as I said, a 3rd and 6 from the 9. Officials, and a timeout is called by Green. That is, if my recollection is correct, the first one in this half. You get a total of 3. The noise you hear up here are the coaches of Green, from Green, who are up in the booth. And they got a little excited, and they're talking to the head coach, John Harmony, for Green.
I tell you, they don't need the headphones, boy.
I think you can hear them down there.
Fired up. This is a great high school game right here. Got kids going out of the game hurt. You got cheerleaders crying. You got fans yelling.
Coaches babbling.
Coaches babbling.
So that's Joe Hominy.
Here are the
there's some of the
Green coaches that are right next to us, to our right. Fantastic. They're looking around the corner now, and they're waving. They know what's going on.
Fantastic game plan by Green. I tell you, they've got some of everything. They've gone with the balanced attack. They've gone with the option.
All right, we're back to action now.
All right.
So it's going to be, again, the 3rd and 6 from the 9. Desmond, play action. Matt Rowe.
Yes, man open.
He wanted to get this one to the tight end. Corey Kerstetter, and it was a little wide. Staying with him was Steve Arnold.
I don't know how close Arnold was because Kerstetter sure looked open.
He sure did.
That play fake fooled everybody in the stadium, including the cameraman.
Arnold now is chasing Magro.
The pressure was applied by Steve Arnold. Arnold would probably force that bad throw. He was right on it.
That was Mike Lundy for Copley, number 83, chasing Corey Kerstetter, number 83. And a field goal attempt, Matt
Hasty.
Nicely, and no, just short.
Just short. And the Copley fans go wild. They can live again now that he missed that field goal.
Yep.
They can live again.
Boy, good crowd on hand here on behalf of Copley.
Well, it's their home field.
Got guys hugging each other.
Look at the size of the crowd. That's great. There's nothing like going to a game live.
Boy, those Indians have to feel good, though. They marched down the field, and they were able to get out of that situation without giving up any points. We're still tied.
Copley doesn't have the greatest field position. They're going to have to work to get out of this hole and get it to midfield so they can at least get a good punt out of the thing.
Green has got in the first half 23 yards, now 97. This is rushing. Copley 40 and nothing here in the third quarter. It's interesting stat.
It's either feast or famine.
Oh, I tell you.
They really did a great job moving the ball down the field. Green did. There goes Borman out to talk to his team.
Donato's called a timeout. I guess he was unhappy with something. We've only got 9 seconds have gone off the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, by the way, we were asked to say happy birthday to Nikki Casella, age 12. So we are doing that, and happy birthday. There's Dan, is still a little ticked off about that timeout. He thinks he's got him settled down and see what the Indians can do with the ball.
Kleinbeck, the end split way to the near side of the field. And this is a gift to Jason Baines. Oh, my. I think they're going to call it down.
Well, I didn't hear a whistle until then, Mike. It may be a fumble. It may be Greens.
John Russin on the stop. They are giving it to him.
And Baines is hurt.
Well, he was bent backwards.
The upper part of his torso was bent backward. He may have got his ankle trapped up underneath there like
his
that.
His knees down.
Oh, yeah.
He was twisted up like a pretzel.
Then he limped off.
I tell you, he's a tough nut to crack. I tell you that.
Green will take over, get great field position.
The story
momentum is gone to Green in his half.
The story of this game has been turnovers.
Now they get a chance to get some points, what they didn't in that last ride.
Magro hands off Norvell. Norvell seems to have a spirit now.
Oh, Lord.
Fighting for yardage.
He's playing like a possessed man.
Finally brought him down. But not till he picked up about a little over 7 yards. Let's call it a second, and let's call it a short 3.
It's gotten awfully quiet on the Copley side. You can hear a rat nibbling on a sponge quilt.
Wait a second.
I don't know. That's Norvell again, and he gets in close to a first down. I think his forward progress could have gotten him that far. Bill Epley was the lead tackler.
How did that go again? Scott. Hear a what on a what?
You can hear a rat nibbling on a sponge quilt.
61 very tough yards, huh, guys? 19 carries, 61.
Yep. 1 TD. And you can just kind of sense the tide turning in favor of Green.
Yeah.
But Copley can come up with a big stop.
They're going to have to here. It's a third in a matter of about inches.
Got it.
Quarterback
enough for the first down. They get to the 15.
Follows the surge right across there. I tell you, I'm going to sound redundant, but turnovers have been the story of this game.
And Would you also say the way they discovered that quarterback sweep is it's really working for them, Scott?
Really effective. They've only stopped it one time, and it's been their savior here in the second half, responsible for, what, 97 yards or so, the better part of 97 yards.
So first and 10 for the 14, and they hand it off to Desmond Norvell, and he picked up a couple of tough yards.
Copley says no way to that one.
That's 20 for 62 yards now, and 9 yards is his longest for Norvell.
Seems like Bill Copley, the right defensive tackle, is asserting himself on that side. Number 53, 5'11", 205 pounds. Showing up that right side. He shoots through. He finds some holes.
Gets in for 6. What a job by Brian Magwell.
Great job.
He saw the end zone and just accelerated, exploded through about 3 arm tackles. And I mean, he got it in the end zone. Watch the middle part of this run right here. When he gets about to the 5-yard line, he's going to shift in another gear. Right there, right there. He's in the end zone. He runs one guy over and he walks it. He could have handed the ball to the official. He didn't have to fall down if he didn't want to.
Nice piece of running. Great job.
And the lead goes back to Green. 13-7. Kicked by nice D. It's good. 14-7. Green takes the lead with 9:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Fantastic run by Magwell.
Look at some of the fans there celebrating on behalf of the Bulldogs. They've given up 7 points this year in 3 3/4 of a football game. They're hoping they can hang on to that 7-point defensive job and come away with a victory here at Copley. 14-7 Green. Great game tonight.
First thing the Green coaches said when we talked to him is about how well the quarterback was beginning to run the football.
And he did, didn't he?
Boy, he turned it. He put it in another gear. He saw pay dirt, and I mean, he just accelerated through the little crease in the defense. Let's see if Copley can answer.
Here, look at that. 214. 23 yards, 5 plays, 13-yard run by the quarterback, Magro. And that is his 5th touchdown of the season.
All righty.
Kicking will be Boyer. There's Boyer, number 74. Back deep will be Dix, 11, Baines, 25, and Idley, 2.
Tom McGully. No, it's number 11.
Yep.
Number 11.
That's Fahim Dix.
Doing a good job getting north and south, getting positive yardage.
You may have heard someone yelling, rip someone's head off. They're into it tonight.
They don't ever think Copley's going to give up.
No
what
way.
Copley has to do is not get excited, just take their time. And they got plenty of time, just methodically march down the field, and they're still very much in this one.
Well, they got Baines back in the lineup. He gets the call. Tries to spin his way around tackle, and May have picked up a
Russin
yard.
again, Mike. Russin once again. Boy, he's having a great game.
By the way, we've got to pick an offensive defensive player of the game, so give that some thought, gentlemen.
All righty.
Do you think I'd be premature if I picked a tight end?
Jason Baines just hobbled off.
I think that would be prejudicial, and I think you could probably get a lawsuit on that.
Baines just hobbled off the field, so he's feeling the effects of that play previously when he fumbled the ball away.
Green is determined not to let Baines get going. He's out there, and he'll have to catch, but that's all he'll have.
Yeah, he gets to the 45. Kleinbeck does.
And he's hurt.
And they'll be shy of a first down by about 2.5 yards. Coming out is Kleinbeck after the reception. And now Donato is 8 of 9 of 23.
Oh! Hello, look what we found.
Oh!
Look what we found.
You just saw stars and stripes.
Oh, my Lord.
That was Mr. Number.
That was LaRocco. LaRocca.
No.
Looked like number 70 to me.
Looked like number 70, not
That's Shockley.
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 And what a shock.
Shockley is down.
What a big-time hit that was.
That's what you teach your kids to do, to get back there with their heels at 5 yards and run at the line of scrimmage, and then lights out. Stars and stripes, baby.
That was Dave Beabout, 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Big league hit.
And he took it and got up.
League hit.
So that brings up a 4th and 3. And it's going to be a sack. On that sack was Carter.
Foster, Great Foster.
87.
Great Foster came with it. It was a big league stop, and it was generated by the big league hit the play before. It's funny how plays can get a team going right there.
That was Carter.
Carter, what's Carter?
Rob Carter.
Celebrating was Great Foster.
Yeah, but he didn't make the sack. Why would he celebrate?
I don't know. Team get happy in there, man.
Hey, you guys notice
when
how
Michael Dean makes a sack, everybody on the sideline goes crazy.
you notice how Green's really up their D now, haven't they?
They sure do. What a change in one half. This goes to Norvell. Oh, well, he picked up about 8 on that one.
Now, I don't want to seem like I'm forecasting gloom and doom, but Green is doing a great job, and they're finding holes that weren't there in the first half, and I kind of sense Copley's defense is wearing down a little bit. Those 5-yard runs are starting to turn into 7, 8-yard runs.
Yep. It's awful nice to have 2nd and 3 instead of 2nd and 8 or 9. So
I'll tell you,
the defense is at a disadvantage. They can throw or pass here. 2nd and 3, that's where you need to be.
quick hitter.
Marachino, number 35.
Bob Marquis, number 50, comes through and says he'll have none of it.
So that brings up a 2nd and about 1 yard. And the amazing thing is the Green offensive line is stronger now than they were in the first half, and they have got 4 of those guys going 2 ways.
I tell you, it's a game of emotion. And if you can get on that emotional high, boy, it really can make you take your game to another level.
Well, Magwell did, and so did Norvell in the last 3 or 4 carries. Norvell again. He is hit immediately. Helping bring him down was number 70, Matt McDonough. Franco Vanese was
back there.
Was back there.
He was back there with Norvell. I tell you, that tandem backfield with Norvell and Franzese, that has been real successful formation for Green, and they've got a lot of mileage on those 2 backs, I tell you.
That's the 8th first down for Green, and they're 2 of 9 on 3rd down possession.
No.
Copley held. Paul Jacob.
That was a big league turnaround. It'll get them back in this game. Now, if the offense can come in off that momentum that the defense has generated, we may have something there.
Well, Copley gets another chance.
They get the cheers on the sideline. Great job defensively for the Indians.
With about 5:14 to go in the game. They're down by 7, Copley is.
I tell you what, if you were thinking about writing this game off, you better stay by your TV set. Donato sees somebody, throws balls, he's got it, first down.
Donato gets it to Tom Idley.
Idley's been doing it all day.
He sure has.
He's been doing it all evening.
Dubshaw was there to bring him down. That's the 4th reception for Tom Idley.
Sean Idley coming into a
Number 7,
messenger.
Sean Idley.
Big first down. And gets it away. And another completion. And about the 47-yard
It's a tight end.
That was Mike Lundy. And we have a Green player down, number 10. That is the cornerback, Ron Carlson, sophomore.
He's going to show us a replay.
He's a sophomore, Carlson, number 10.
Mike Lundy is a load. He gets kind of twisted making the tackle, and Green's starting to show some fatigue.
Yeah, 61 landed on him. That's Russin at 220. It's his teammate. Donato now 11 of 25, 109 yards, 1 TD. He has minus yards rushing. Idley has 4 receptions, 67 yards, and a 36-yard touchdown. So I am certain that Donato is going to want to take to the air, and
this is Fleming, Mike, the injured punter for Copley, Jamie Fleming. And as you can see,
he looks good with a smile.
We're pushing for it out here. We're trying to win this game. We're doing the best we can. Right now it's 14-7. We're about to score again.
All right.
This is for you.
That's great, Jamie.
Just great.
That's for Mike Headley.
This is an exciting game. I think Mike Headley is in the hospital room dancing on his bed right now, rooting for Copley.
They got to get something going.
The doctors are probably trying to hush him down, making him lay down and rest.
Tell him to turn
but he
that
can't
TV
do
off.
it.
Turn off that set.
This goes to Baines, and he slips down.
They've been trying to get it to Baines all night, but Green is not letting them get started. They're committed to stopping him. They know he's the key to their offensive success. And Green is well coached, and they're not going to let him get started.
They got to get Baines out in the flats on a screen. That's like they do, you know, with any quick fastball player.
They got to do something because he's the heart of their offense. They got to get him the ball some kind of way. He's not going to do it between the tackles, I tell you.
Third and 7. This one goes to Kleinbeck, and he gets the first down.
That's a big league play. They've been running. They got a lot of mileage out of that play right there.
And Rustin
that little short out route.
And limping, as you see, Kleinbeck.
John Kleinbeck's only good for one play. He has to come out now, but it's a great play, though.
And anytime they can neutralize Russin and LaRocca, you're going to be successful, and they were right there.
Line of scrimmage is the Green 48. Another pass in the flats, and there goes Lundy.
3:38 to go here.
So they'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
They're trying to get down the field with these quick passes. Got to get the connection. Got to get the connection. Kleinbeck has been hobbling around most of tonight. He's played very gamely, and they're
I think this cool evening is giving those guys kids cramps.
Great place, baby.
Underthrown. He wanted to get it to Idley.
Looks like he slipped too. Idley did.
Tom Idley could just taste it. He was waiting on it to get there, but just ran out of real estate before it could get to him.
Well, that'll bring up a big 3rd down and 10.
If there ever was a time they need a play, it's right now. It's a big 3rd down possession for them.
And they're running
really use 10 yards.
Running out of time. 3:34. That's all the time that's left in this ball game. That's Green.
They got him out there. Although he's got some blockers in front. He could fake. He could be out the game. He's got to go to the game. He could go off the touchdown.
The coaches hurt us. Scott, they hurt us.
Mike Massa, Copley. The fans will never know this tomorrow, but Mike Massa told him how to get the job done. They spit him out. They threw a little short screen pass, so hey, he did the rest. The kid's for real.
He sure is.
His name, Jason Baines.
Beautiful. His 10th touchdown of the season.
48 rods. He could have walked it.
48 yards, which means that he is closing in on 100 yards.
This is crucial, gang.
This will tie it if he makes it.
Well, that was a pass, though.
Up, through, good. We got a ball game. We got a ball game, and the fans are losing their mind here. They're going wild in the stadium.
I'm glad that Scott Galbraith is not getting excited about this game.
Jason Baines, baby.
Beautiful job. They really set that up, didn't they?
Here
They
it is
set
again.
that up nicely.
It just was, as you draw it up on a chalkboard. Let's watch it.
Let's see if we can pick up some of the downfield blocks, because they really helped him. There are a couple late in this play that really were crucial.
He did a good job, but it fakes into the line, goes right back out.
Block on Russin
He
there.
cuts apart, but the wide receiver did a good job blocking
this
that
block
guy.
right here.
That wide receiver right there, that was a touchdown on number 10. He blocked Ron Carlson to spring him for the final, 15, 20 yards.
And he's on the bench trying to get his win. What an athlete. What an athlete. 537 yards coming into this game in only 3 games. He's got 53 in this one.
He's so cool. He must sweat ice water. Look at that kid.
Yep.
He's not jumping around. He's just happy.
Nothing like it.
Look at that.
You know, I think they heard Jamie Fleming earlier when he said, we're going to do this for you, Mike Headley in the hospital.
Hey,
and then, boom, Copley goes down the field to tie it up.
Hey, Mike, lay down now.
Yeah, Mike, you can rest.
Jason Panovich will be kicking to Fanisi, number 44, and LaRocca, number 24. Fanisi is on the near side. LaRocca takes it at the 12. Makes a couple of nice moves, and then he draws a crowd and goes down at about the 27 or 28.
That was Brandy Norvell. He has 4.4 speed. They just couldn't break him. Brandy Norvell staying in the ball game, and the fans are enjoying it here at Copley.
So Green takes over. First down from their 28-yard line. With 3:10 on the clock, and it's running. We could have an overtime game, gang. Jafflo goes in motion. This is Magna.
They are going to ride that pony down the field, aren't they? Boy, he did a great job in the last series.
He's got
for the
4
touchdown.
yards on that one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby.
Magrill on the carry, Rap on the stop.
They ran him every kind of way. They've sprinted him. They've play action faked him. They've dropped him.
Sweeps, you name it.
You name it.
We're at 2:31, Mike, to go.
Magrill's a class act.
This is to Norvell. And bringing him down from behind, number 50, Bob Marquis. Or Marquis,
whatever. Good job bringing him down. He's a load, and you can't let him get started.
No.
Sooner you stop him, the better for you.
So it's going to be a 3rd and a long 3. They are 2 of 9 on 3rd down conversions. This is their 10th one. And looking in, you saw was Dan Borman. Quick pass.
Pop pass to the tight end, but he can't hold on to it. The tight end, Kerstetter, who coming into this game had 5 receptions, and he has 1 now. So Arnold was there putting pressure on Magrill. But that was a 1.5 step drop. He just turned and popped it. So this is 4th. And timeout's going to be called by Green. The quarterback, Brian Magrill, had a pump fake, which may have caused him to be late on the delivery because the ball was a tad behind Kirsten.
You know, why would you go for a first down here with 1:35 to go when you can go into overtime, punt it, and wait and see what happened, and then you take it on the 20 and go from there. You give it up here, and Donato can do some damage.
That's absolutely right. They may make the first down and get out of this thing, but if they don't, they're going to put a tremendous amount of pressure on their defense to hold them.
Yep.
And, of course, Mike, you can explain.
That's timeouts remaining, 1 apiece.
Explain the high school.
Good graphic.
The high school situation as far as overtime. Each team gets the football, not like in the pros where you flip a coin, and if you win, you get to choose to take it or to kick it off. So both teams will get a chance to have the football in overtime.
They're going to punt. That's a wise decision by the coaching staff. I can understand you want the first down, but
Idly
not at any cost.
There's Kerstetter.
Going
for the block.
Good punt.
Idly takes it at the 33.
He cuts it up. Hello.
And he's coming out of bounds.
Shot below. Saved the touchdown.
Smart job. I wish we could get a replay of that because somebody pulled off to save a short clip. And it was a headsy, smart, intelligent move by the defender that was behind the would-be tackler, and he pulled off.
Isn't that tough when you're blocking on a return?
That
because
is absolutely
that's what
tough.
They all look for. Every official looks for
the clipping. And you want to make the block to spring the guy, but it was a nice heads-up play.
Well, he's got a first down for Copley from the 50 with 1:24 showing on the clock.
All right, get the fans going here, says Baines.
Baines can feel it. They're going to roll out.
Donato and throws it short. Nice pickup on a short hop by Kleinbeck. Here's the play before. This is the run back by
This is the run back right here.
You're going to come right into your living room, jump right out of the
Right
screen.
there.
Whoa.
That was Schoffalo banging him into one of our cameramen, George. And George is still holding the camera.
Way to stay in there and hold the line, George.
Save the camera.
How's the camera? How's the camera?
Second and 10 from the midfield.
We can tape you up.
Good play action here.
Donato!
He's finally gone.
Right into the hands of number 9, Jay Arnold, who backs up Tom Idley.
Oh,
That could have been a first down.
that kind just breaks your heart, doesn't it?
Good play action by Donato. Great throw.
Well, they got a third down here.
Donato's been putting them out there.
I go back to Baines on the screen.
Love that screen.
I do.
I'd give Green some of their own medicine and run that 18-19 quarterback sweep.
Look at this. Stats on Donato.
Oh, look what we found.
Third down, and they get about a yard short of a first down.
Tom Idley being heads up, played the ball off the fingertips.
The old tip drill in practice working here.
That one was to
Barbarich.
Barbarich, off his fingers right into Idley's hands. Now they've got a fourth and about 3 yards. Short 3. Donato now 14 to 32, 2 TDs and 173 yards. He's had himself a career today. And Idley has got 5 of those receptions for a touchdown, and Baines has the other touchdown.
Tom Idley really carrying the load from a reception standpoint for Copley.
59 seconds showing on the clock.
And Borman out there to talk to his kids. By the way, I want to say thanks to Pete Gunn of the Sun newspapers for a nice mention about the WVIZ high school football game of the week this week. It was very nice of him to mention us and to ask kids to include it on their agenda for a Friday night. We really have been fortunate. We've had some very good games, and tonight is about the best so far. 14-all with 59 to go.
Well, the one last week was not too shabby.
That was exciting. Benedictine and St. Ed's.
The kids really seem to respond to the head coach. Let's see if they can come up with something.
Throw a flag. It's got to be against the offense, and they'll let the play go.
That's the only reason they'd stop the play.
That's against Green.
It's against Green.
That's right. This is high school. They'll stop any infraction.
In the NFL, you would have got a free play there.
Here it is. Well, I thought we had to replay. We don't. We got a first down. The line of scrimmage for Copley is Green's 36. The clock is showing 58 seconds.
That's the easiest way I know to get 5 yards. 58 seconds.
They got 2 wideouts near side.
Oh!
That
Number 7, Shockley, almost came up with the play of the game.
But Idley knocked it away right out of their hands.
Once again, Donato is running left, and he'll throw across his body. That's very difficult to do.
Whoops,
and
look at that.
Shockley just did not get the interception.
Tom Idley
Great job,
just hit him just enough to make him break his concentration and save a sure interception.
52 seconds.
They're going to throw the dice again.
Short and almost
2 missed
intercepted.
opportunity by Green.
That was Ray Jardina, number 27, the junior.
He was looking at his run back, wasn't he?
Donato better thank his lucky stars, because if he catches this one, he's out the gate, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, Donato was the wind knocked out of him after he threw the ball. He was hit. That means that Fahim Dix will come in at quarterback.
There he comes
He
in.
leaves with 14 to 34. And Fahim Dix, he can run with the ball. He averaged 9.3 yards on 4 carries and 1 TD. He's quick, 5'6", 150 pounds, basketball player, track man, he's a dash man.
Looks like with his quickness, they'd option him a lot, wouldn't you think?
18, give Green some of their own medicine. 18-19 quarterback sweep.
Yeah, they're listening to you,
Yep.
Scott.
Hello.
Get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds, baby.
Yeah, he's brought down.
Fahim Dix is fighting for every yard, but you can't fight
Still
with
in.
just...
Boy, he's not too shy. He's brought down, and now they bring Donato back in the lineup.
See, but they running off a play fake. Just sweep them both backs out there. You get both backs out there, you outnumber them at the point of attack.
20
Donato's
seconds.
back in.
Showing on the clock.
18, 17, 16.
Go for it. Oh, that's the way. He wanted to
Great
try
defensive
and
play.
get this one to Idley.
Number
Great
27,
defensive play by
Ron Giardina, just waited for him. He took the deepest receiver and just waited for him. When the ball got there, he just knocked it down. Good patience by the defensive back.
That's John Dickerson, number 45, who goes down. He gets hurt. His father is a teacher at Green, volleyball, and great girls basketball coach. Good man.
Looks like John is also on the swim team at Green. Pretty good student, 3.2.
Not bad. Well, the clock is showing 9 seconds. It's a 1st and 10 still for Copley. The ball on Green's a 29. They've got a time for 2 plays. If one is incompleted, go to the end zone.
1st and 10 for Green. What do you do, Mike? I mean, you're so deep in your own territory.
I would go for it.
Just set a few up and see if he can break a tackle, and we'll see what Magro will do. The Green offense with a couple of swipes. Looks like they're going to Hail Mary it, huh?
Why not?
Nope.
They're going to go to safe route.
Straight or up.
All right, time will run out. They will not call the timeout to stop the clock. And let's see if they got that timeout in before the time ran out. Let's see. They are not putting any time yet on the clock. Yes. Apparently, well, wait a minute. The timeout before regulation, they'll probably put a couple of seconds on, 1 second on the clock. All right. Tell you what the situation is now. They will flip the coin. The winner will have the option of going on offense or defense. Naturally, you will take defense. They will put the ball at, the other team has a choice of what half of the field. We'll put the ball at the 20. You will have a chance to get a 1st down. You will try and score. If you get a touchdown, then the other team gets the same half of the field, and they start off at the 20. Now you want to go on defense because you want to see what your opponent is going to do. Does he get 7 or does he get 3?
Right.
That's the way that works.
Because you got to beat that or tie it and keep it going.
That's right.
I remember a playoff game about 6 years ago when Desmond Howard and St. Joe's played Youngstown School. I'm not sure which one. That was a triple overtime affair. They each had the ball 3 times. There's Norvell. Oh. Overtime, here we come.
Yep.
I don't understand
we'll go
that.
to overtime, and we'll be back with the start of the 1st overtime right after this timeout. The score at the end of regulation, 14-14.
This is WVIZ TV 25.
Welcome back to Copley Stadium. We had the coin toss, and we're going to bring it to you now.
Gentlemen, we're going to reenact the coin toss. I have a coin here. White, the visiting team, will call it in the air. If we drop it, we'll re-throw it. He calls tails. He called tails. It is a head. It is a head. You have won the toss. We're going. You can go. You can defend the goal, take the ball, go on offense or defense. Whichever one you want. You want to go defense first, okay? They have won.
Okay, we're back. Live action. The ball starts at the 20. Green Stokes with the ball. They can get a first down on a possession. Magro with the ball.
Start off with that 18 sweep, and it's been good. They went to the well.
He's upended at about the 11-yard line.
Fahim Dix, good job.
The ball comes out, but they're going to mark him down.
Here it is again.
They've got good mileage out of that play. It's a great play to open up with.
Really is. Especially in the fourth quarter, they've really come out, and third and fourth quarter have come out and run very well, and this kid's done an outstanding job.
Yep, that's Dix. Fahim Dix.
They may call that.
Fahim Dix is a touchdown-saving tackle.
Okay, it's going to be a second and long yard for Green, so they can get a first down or score. Let's see where forward progress took him.
We have a flag,
down the play. It's got to be face mask, and there were so many people around him. Someone had to grab his face mask.
I think you're right, Scott.
Livergood,
take your
Marquis,
pick.
and Jacob on the stop. One of them had the face mask. That's Kevin O'Brien. There it is.
Magro's done a good job running the ball, but I think if he would have pitched it, they could have walked in the end zone.
Could have been. Now they'll spot it at the half the distance. This is at the 6. Total yards rushing, 177 against 39. Passing, 27 for Green against 173. So that's a great stat.
Well, that Green rushing really was when Mr. Magrill started to do his thing.
Definitely started to assert himself, it's true.
And most of Copley's passing was that long TD to Jason Baines. A well-executed play.
Well, we have a situation here where Green has the ball. First and goal at the 6.
John said during the break that he felt the overtime would greatly favor Green, and I have to agree with him. I personally don't understand not taking the ball first. I know you want to see what the other team may run, but forget about what the other team's doing. They need to find out what you're doing. And I mean, if you score first, you put a tremendous amount of pressure on the other team to either put up a score or lose the game.
Well, in high school, the theory is this. You want to know whether you've got to get into the end zone or a free field goal could even win it for you. If they get a field goal, that's all you have to do is tie it, or you want to get in the end zone. That's in high school because they make so many mistakes. The logic is you're better off going on defense first.
Well, let's see what Green does.
So it's first and goal from the 6. They give this one to Norvell.
No way.
And he just draws it loud. Woo! There must have been 9 blue jerseys pushing him backwards, led by Bill Epley. Offense and defensive player of the game, people.
Boy,
oh, my.
I can think about 7.
Some kids have played great games.
We only have one defense and one offensive plaque to give to these fine athletes.
But, boy, if there's ever been a team effort defensively, it's been typified by Copley. Every kid there has been pursuing, defeating his man.
There's
he draws it out. Great play fake.
Nice.
Hey, yes. Knocked away. Tried to get it to Kerstetter, the tight end, but a great defensive job by Tom Idley.
Tom Idley was great, does what every great defensive back needs to do, and that's stay home. You got people up there front that's going to handle the run. You just cover your receiver. Does a great job. No way. He never was fooled.
So you got a 3rd and goal from the 6.
Well-coached Copley defense. You got guys staying home. Everybody responsible for their own assignment. That's why they're tough to beat.
I'll tell you, this is some kind of ball game. Or maybe it's 1 and then a carryover.
Little persuasion there, perhaps.
I would think that on the overtime, that's the last time out for Green. So, but they're in 4-down territory. They've got 2 more cracks, unless they want to go for a field goal.
Copley fans there rooting on their team. I'll tell you, that school pride is genuine.
Isn't that great?
So genuine, that pride.
They're seeing a great one tonight. This is Outstanding high school football.
Doesn't get any better.
Overtime. This is the way to do it.
There's the shot for you.
Good camera work again.
Rolling out. Matt Rowe.
18 pitch. They brought the house.
All the way back to the 10
They
by
brought the
Bob
house.
Marquis.
They shot every gap and they brought the house. That's a great blitzing call by Copley coaching staff. They were expecting to run all the way and they brought the house.
Look at it,
They brought everybody.
Oh my. Now they'll spot the ball at the 10. That's a 27-yard field goal attempt. Matt Nayesti is 5 of 7 extra points. I don't think he's even tried a field goal this season.
They have not had a field goal this year. It is a long way for a high school kicker.
Yes,
Matt Hesty seems to be a line drive kicker. If Copley can get a surge up front, he kicks a low ball. They may be able to block it.
They may have a delay of game here.
Yeah, but he's got to get it off pretty soon.
The time is kept by the official.
No field goal, no field goal. They're going for it. They're going to take a shot at the end zone. What the heck? You ain't got nothing to lose. He's got some pressure. He can go short, but he ain't going to get it.
You're short.
He ain't going to get it.
Maybe they don't have a field goal kicker. They had to try and go for it. Now all Copley's got to do is get a field goal. And Kaufman is 9 of 11 point afters.
Boy, are they excited on the Copley sideline. Great defensive surge at the end of this drive here.
I'll tell you, that guy right there that's throwing the ball has played his heart out.
He sure has.
Lundy was in on that stop. Mike Lundy, the tight end.
All right.
Now Copley takes over, and they've got the same situation. Spotted at the 20.
Copley's got no pressure on him. All they got to do is execute.
That's all. And they give it to Jason Baines, and he doesn't get anything. And Phil LaRocca leading the charge of a couple of Bulldogs.
He is certainly a candidate for our defensive player of the game, I would say. LaRocca's had a great game defensively for Green.
Second down, a little misdirection. He sees a little crease, breaks a couple tackles and gets it up there.
He gets close to the 15-yard line. Russin, along with Shockley, the two linebackers, in on the stop.
I tell you,
you can see down on the sideline, they're working on the snap and the hold, so they're hoping
taking
for a
field goal all the way. Great catch.
And a first down.
By Kleinbeck, he's been doing it all night. Kleinbeck came to play.
Ray Giardina brought him down, but what a big throw by Chris Donato to Kleinbeck. Kleinbeck now with his
nice catch
reception.
Big, hey, right around the ankles, right where you want it.
Great catch.
Big-time players play big in big games. And I
so
tell you,
it's going to be first and goal from the 5.
all they want is a surge, not turn it over, and keep the ball north and south.
Here
Right between them.
goes
That's the game, baby.
By Barberich.
Hey, it's not getting any better than that, baby. Jeff Barberich,
No.
Jason Baines. He didn't have that many yards, but boy, they played their heart out.
I'll tell you what, I want to take my hat off to both teams. These kids played a fantastic football tonight.
My offensive guy has got to be Kleinbeck.
Look at this again. Watch that block. There's Baines getting
Look at
hugged.
number 32 just explode.
Barberich. Nice block by
Barberich,
Barberich.
just right there. That's all you need, baby. And he
Baines
makes
grabbed
1, 2.
his jersey. See that? Just plowing in there. That's super.
Fantastic game.
Baines now.
Both teams has got to respect each other. Donato did everything you have to do to win. He had adversity, he faced ups and downs, he hung right in there.
And think of many of those good throws he made that for whatever reasons weren't caught. So I mean, this kid had a great game tonight.
That's exactly. But my offensive player has to be Kleinbeck. He just kept doing it. He could only come in there for one play, had to go out, had to fight through cramps.
Yeah, final score becomes 20-14, a big win for Copley.
A huge win.
A Division III school, Green being a Division II. So they'll get a couple of extra points there.
Yeah, outstanding game. I enjoyed it. Really did.
There's Donato. What a fine job he has done in this game. 185 yards passing. Throws 2 touchdowns. The offensive player of the game is going to be number 12, the senior, 5'10", 165-pound Chris Donato. He was 15 of 36, 185 pounds, 2 touchdowns, and he threw to 5 different receivers.
There's Chris.
And he'll receive our plaque. There's Chris. And now the defensive player of the game is going to be from Green. He is the linebacker, number 61, John Russin. In this game, he had 6 solo tackles, 8 assists, 1 forced fumble, and 1 recovered fumble. The 220-pound, 5'10" senior gets our vote and a plaque from the underwriters, Pepsi-Cola, East Ohio Gas, and the Cleveland Browns as our defensive player of the game. Our congratulations to both outstanding athletes and to both teams. Just great.
Really enjoyed it.
I heard some of the players saying, Mike, this one is for you, okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get well soon, baby. We'll be looking for you out here next time we're out this way.
That's right.